we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm glad to see everyone today, and I hope that you all are having a very good Tuesday, and it's nice to see everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get started, so I don't have to keep you all very long. I just want to talk to you about a few things. You have a final paper coming up that is going to be due very, very soon. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you what's on Classroom right now so that you guys will see what you have coming up. All right. On your screen, you should be able to see your Classroom page. Is that correct? Actually, I'm going to fix this so I can see it on my screen. Hang on a second. I'm going to actually stop. Let me get this situated here. I did not put it on a different screen for myself so that I could see it and see you. There we go. Now I can. Okay, can you guys see my screen? You guys can see the Classroom page? Okay, so here's what I want you to work on. I have not received a whole bunch of body paragraphs and conclusion and introduction paragraphs from you guys. So, and I also have not had the chance to look at a whole bunch of stuff. So, and I apologize for that. But however, that doesn't mean that you guys cannot go back in and look at your information and revise your own work. I have given you a way to do that, and I expect it to be done. Okay. You guys are in the last stretch of your year here. And if you don't turn this assignment in, these last bits of assignments in, it will severely affect your grade. Okay. I will let you know by Friday. So basically this paper, even if you turn this paper in and you get 100%, it doesn't matter, because this paper, I'm going to tell you by Friday whether or not you're exempt. This paper is not due until Monday. Okay. So if you have this, it doesn't matter. If you turn this paper in on Monday, it's not going to affect your grade on Friday. And I'm going to tell you on Friday whether or not you're exempt. So everything that you turn in this week, that's due this week, is going to affect your grade on Friday. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? So this paper is worth 100%, but it's not due until Monday. So it's not going to affect your grade on Friday. Okay. So, but you do have an essay revision piece that is due. And for those of you that haven't turned in your body paragraphs, which there's like 14 of you that haven't, you need to get those done, and the conclusion and introduction paragraphs, I'll get those done. But your essay revision. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your body paragraphs, you're going to take your introduction and your conclusion paragraphs, and you're going to complete this essay revision. Okay. And you are going to go through every single one of these, and you are going to physically answer these questions, which means you are going to click on here and you are going to write information in here. You're going to type information in here. And is your paper separated into paragraphs? You're going to say yes, and you're going to say how many. Okay. And are all your paragraphs indented? And you're going to say yes, they are, or no, they're not. Highlight your thesis in yellow, and you're going to do that on your paper. Do not turn in your final paper with your thesis highlighted in yellow. You're going to attach your edited version here on this paper. Okay. At the end of this paper, you're going to put your attached version here. Are you guys understanding? Okay. Highlight your thesis in yellow. Is it a strong sentence? Does it clearly state the topic and the direction of the paper? Highlight the topic and baby thesis of each paragraph in yellow. So that is the purpose. Remember, I told you I wanted every sentence, every paragraph written in a pie paragraph. Okay, so I want your purpose, the P. I want it highlighted in each paragraph. Everyone clear on that? Yes. Okay. Do you use quotes to back up the main points of your body paragraphs? Highlight them in green. So that's your information. That's the I of your pie. Are the quotes introduced and embedded in your writing? Do you have your quotes embedded? Are you correctly putting them in your on your page? Are these quotes properly cited? That's a requirement for this paper. Don't put information in there without citing them. That's plagiarism, and that will give you a 0. Okay. Did you provide interpretation to explain why your quotes and evidence support your argument? Highlight your interpretations in pink. That's the E. Okay, that's your explanation. Okay, so that's the PIE. All right, everyone got that? Yeah, no, maybe. Okay, are there any places that you feel you might be off topic? Do you kind of go in a different direction in your paragraph? Do you feel that maybe you kind of went in a different direction and maybe you need to take that out? And then how many paragraphs are in your essay? Now, how many sentences are in each paragraph? This is important because sometimes you go off topic if you have too many paragraphs, okay? So it's important for you to realize how many, do you have enough? Do you have too many? If you only have three sentences in a paragraph, I'm telling you, you don't have enough, okay? You should have a minimum. If you are writing expanded pie paragraphs, like I have taught you to write with the, when you have a purpose, information, explanation, information, explanation, that is a purpose, information, explanation, which is usually 2 sentences. So explanation, explanation, information, explanation, explanation, and then your conclusion sentence. How many sentences is that? That's 8. 8 sentences. Okay. So that's pretty normal at this stage in the game for you guys, is 8 sentences. Okay. So, per paragraph. So how many words are in a sentence? So for this, is easy. It's to make a chart labeled paragraph 1, 2, 3, etc. So you could copy this chart if you need to, and do what you need to complete this. So you're going to do word counts for each of these. Okay. And then what do you notice about the number of paragraphs in your essays? Too many, too few? Do you notice the number of sentences in your paragraphs? Too many, too few? And then what do you notice about the number of words in each sentence? Do you have long sentences, short? Do you notice an issue? Each of your paragraphs transition smoothly to the next. So do you have a way, are you closing one paragraph and basically transitioning well to the next one? Go back, read through every single sentence in your paper separately. Ask yourself the following questions. Are all of your sentences complete? Do you have any run-ons? Did you use any words like gonna or wanna or through that aren't actually words? Please do not use words like that, okay? We are not texting, we are writing formally. Please capitalize your I's, okay? I will count you off big time if you don't capitalize the word I. But you should not be using the word I unless you are quoting it. Are there any sentences that might be worded in a confusing way to another reader? Did you use first or second person point of view? You should only be using third. So in other words, no, do not say, I think this. You should believe this. If you feel like you cannot write like that, then if you can't use, or if you're having trouble, use the word one, O-N-E. Okay, that will help you. And then here's the points of view words that you can use. Did you use any contractions? Don't, won't, can't, etc. Replace with do not, will not, or cannot. Avoid contractions. Weak verbs, overly casual language, cause instead of because. Pronouns clear and consistent. Does your conclusion include a restatement of your thesis? Did you read your paper out loud to catch any extra errors? Oh, guys, please read your paper out loud. I don't care if it sounds you to do, but please read your paper out loud. Okay? Read your paper out loud. Okay, sorry, I just now saw your question. Did you, I don't know what you're asking me on your chat, on the message that you sent me. Can you, are you cutting out what? You take what as a statement or an opinion? It's okay, Amber. No, don't put, I think this is right. Okay, don't put, I think this is right. You can, so depending on the situation, you can say this is right, but you can use, I'm not sure what you're putting on there to say this is right. You can say this is right, but you can't say, I think this is right. Okay, so you can't say, I think this is right, but you can say this is right. If that makes any sense. Okay, so you can't use the word I. You cannot use the word I at all. You can still have an opinion, but you cannot use I. Does that answer your question? Okay. So like I said, guys, make sure you read your paper out loud. This, I know it sounds weird, but even when I was writing papers for my grad school, when I was in grad school in college, getting my master's degree, I would sit there and when I was reading, when I had to write like 15-page papers, I would sit there and I would read them out loud to myself to find my mistakes, because that was the best way for me to find the mistakes that I had after writing papers over and over. And when you get to papers that are that long, you don't even see your mistakes anymore. Trust me. So I read them out loud to myself, and that's how I would find my mistakes. So read them out loud to yourselves. Read them out. I promise you, it does help. It's weird, but it does. It does help. So did you run your paper through Grammarly.com? Please do this. It does help. It won't find everything because you're not paying for it. You won't have the premium edition, but it will find a lot of things. Okay. Also, if you submit a paper to me that has like red squiggly lines on it or weird lines underneath the words, it probably has mistakes on it. So please fix those. Don't submit papers to me that have blue and red squiggly lines. And did you notice any other issues that maybe were not asked about on this paper? So that's what I want you to complete today. And then I want you to attach your paper that you edited at the bottom of this. Okay, so you can attach that down here at the bottom. All right, now let's talk about the paper. Let's talk about the paper itself. All right, so I have the assignment here for you so that you can start working on it and submit it. Again, this paper will count towards your final grade, but it will not count towards your exemption status. Okay, so whatever you have turned in by Friday, will count towards your final grade. This is not due until Monday, so you'll have the whole weekend to work on it. All right, but here's what I want you to look at. You're going to submit your final paper here. Okay. If you notice, I put in big letters, please read instructions, because no one likes to read instructions ever. All right. I am dead serious about this. Since you guys don't have time for revisions on this. You guys don't have time to really turn this in late, because it is what it is. It's due pretty much our last day of school that we have together. And I need you to understand that I'm not going to accept this paper if it doesn't meet these minimum requirements here. Okay. Are you guys listening to me right now? Josue, Ryder, you guys listening to me? Okay. So if it does not meet these minimum requirements, I will not accept it. Okay. It needs to be in 12-point font, Times New Roman, double space. It needs to have a title, your name, date, and class in the left-hand corner. That's the correct MLA format that you should be familiar with. A minimum of 5 paragraphs that we have worked on since we started, which is your introduction, your 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Your paper must be on the topic of a social justice issue. I've had people that are turning in random things, and I'm just going like, I don't understand. So it needs to be a social justice issue. If it's not, I will give you a 0. You must have a minimum of 3 sources. We've talked about this already, and they must be cited in your paper, like parenthetical citations. Okay. If you submit a paper and it does not have sources cited, it is plagiarism, and therefore it will be a 0. Okay. And this includes having a works cited page. We did the practice on the citations for a reason. Okay. That wasn't just to give you busy work. That was to show you how to do those correctly. All right. So please make sure that you have these things done, okay, on your papers. So this is the minimum that you have to have in order to for me to grade it, for me to look at it, okay? If it doesn't include these minimum things, I'm gonna send it back to you, and you'll have very limited time to, like 24 hours to redo it, to get it submitted to me. So does anyone have any questions on that right now? Any questions? Not really. No, everyone's good. The rubric is the same rubric we've used all year long. It's the ACT Aspire rubric that we've used all year long. It's the one that you did the cookie rubric on at the very beginning of the school year. Here, I'll attach it to this actually. Let me edit this real quick. It's attached to, is it now attached to your rubric is attached to the final paper now, so. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, yes, thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. Yes, Amber, yes, Amber, it is my birthday. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, any other questions, guys? All right, I'm going to let you go so that you guys can get to work. If you have any questions, I will be available today. I have office hours from 1 to 2 today. I also have my, thank you. I also have my tutoring today from 1 to 3 in my classroom, room 350. Please use it. Please, guys, come in and work with me, please. I'm happy to help you. I want to help you. I want to get everyone passing in this class. I want to get everyone to an 80 so they don't take the final. So if we can figure that out, that would be wonderful. So please come in, let's get some work done. Let's work really, really hard. Let's see what we can do. Okay. But I would love to see you all this afternoon. So from 1 to 3, let's get some work done, and let's get some things taken care of for you all. Okay. I'll be here for you. All right. You guys have a great day, and I will hopefully maybe see you later. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one.